Mrs. Jones, take care. He was trying to be polite, but you looked at him as if he is your husband's girlfriend and forced a generous smile. Jimin and Taeyong left and you walked in with your head low down, avoiding Jungkook's eye contact. What are you doing here? You glanced at the side. Nothing. I just came to bring you lunch. But you didn't expect to meet such a big thing. Lunch? Jungkook looked at the bag. Didn't Mr. Bang tell you that you don't need to cook? I insisted to cook. Jungkook's eyes darkened. Does his housekeeper want this woman to cook and poison him to death? Today's meal is different from last time. I have tasted and it's fully cooked. You wore a delicate, elegant, floral knee-length skirt outlining your exquisite figure and vividly the pair of creamy skin of slender legs made your beauty more stunner that your presence was enough to arouse men's desires, especially when you held the lunchbox like an obedient little wife. He didn't want to eat anything, but he wasn't a man without emotions. It's common for normal men to have reaction. He stared at you for long and sighed. Put down the lunchbox. You should go back first. Take your time. You quickly put down. Enjoy it. He suspected the purpose of you coming over. You shyly stroked your hair behind your ear charmingly. I will go now. He didn't say anything and looked at the direction of your disappearing figure. Jimin came in. Jungkook, it's reports of government beating. Take a look. Did Mrs. Jones went back? I didn't expect Madam to be wheelchairs as to cook. Wheelchairs? Jungkook thought about the meal you had cooked yesterday night. He couldn't eat at all. Jungkook also asked to investigate about his grandfather, that being meddlesome in his marriage, as he didn't want you to tangled with the matter of Jones family. He don't like when people interfere in his life. Looking at lunchbox, Jungkook didn't order any food from outside and went to sit on the sofa and opened the lunchbox. It's white rice. He put aside rice and looked at the vegetables and he frowned. What is it? It's little dark. He held the urge to try on and ate a full mouthful of food. He covered his mouth immediately and took the tissue and spat it out. His eyes turned dark and there was a hint of terrible coldness. Has Vi never tasted the food she made by herself? In the evening, you are thinking hard how to change Jungkook's desires so that he would no longer like men. The scene afternoon in the office flashed in your mind and you gnashed your teeth in anger. Jungkook, you lied to me. Your eyes are full of malicious light. You wanted to make him straight and interested in women in the rest of his life. You wanted to break them apart. Thinking of this, the little devil in your heart had already raised two knives with grim smile, and you stormed down the stairs. Seeing you coming towards kitchen, Mr. Bang have very bad feeling. Madam, please ask the servants to have rest. I will prepare dinner tonight. You said decisively you will make sure to give 110% warmth to your husband. Didn't he made faces while eating the food you had cooked, working so hard? You just wanted to make him disgust and vent your anger. Mr. Bang's eyes went wide. Madam, don't make fun of me. During the day, Jungkook called him and scolded. What are you doing? Although I'm not good at cooking, I have been improving. Seeing he's stopping, your heart is in bad mood. I have already made lunch at noon and Jungkook didn't say anything about it. It means food is fully cooked. When you were in Kim Mansion, you didn't need to cook. Usually, you stayed at Shangha's place and both ordered takeout or go out to eat. And with Heeseung, he always brought you to candlelight dinner to eat almost every day. So you didn't have the opportunity to show off your cooking skills before. Like you love cooking, but you don't know how to cook. Then, madam, have you tasted the dishes yourself? You thought for a while. I forgot to taste all the dishes. I just taste either the rice or soup. Mr. Bang was speechless. Sir is back, made sad. Mr. Bang immediately went towards door. Jungkook walked in and glanced at Mr. Bang coldly. He was still immersed in the unforgettable taste of your dark substance from lunch earlier. Sir, please don't be angry. Mr. Bang said with courage. I tried to stop Madam at noon, but she insisted on to send love lunch. Jungkook suddenly stopped and a cold smile appeared on his lips. Love lunch? Remember to send it to me next time. I will fully eat it myself. Mr. Bang didn't dare to say another word. What is Wine doing now? Oh, Madam is in the kitchen right now. Jungkook's face froze and he immediately walked in. In the kitchen, it's chaotic. Chefs are behind you insisting you do not cook. Maids are also worried. Cutting the imbalanced carrot rolling over, you accidentally cut your finger a little. Madam, chefs are worried, but man stormed in. Get out of way. Chefs looked shocked. You looked up and saw Jungkook. Jungkook looked at your finger. It was not serious at all and just bleed drop of blood. At this time, several ways to solve this problem flashed in his mind, including cursing your bad cooking skills. Why are you messing around here? Let chefs do their job. But when he saw you wearing apron, hairs tied up, looking lovely wife, he took a deep breath and asked others in a unknown gentle voice, give me the first aid kit. You look at him in a surprise. Mr. Bang handed it and Jungkook took out a piece of gauze and gently bandaged around your not so wounded finger. He is so gentle at this moment, Jungkook. Don't talk, he interrupted and put few strands of hair behind your ear and gently looked at your blushing face. You little fool, why did you cut your hand? Let servants do this. You're my wife, you don't have to do this. You swallowed your saliva, then the lunch I cooked for you was delicious. He smiled gently but didn't answer it and softly said, promise me that you won't enter in the kitchen in the future. I will be stressed if type of accident happens again. Present people are all petrified and you felt numb from feet to top of your head. Is this dream? Why did he care so much about you all of a sudden? Jungkook looked at you with his deep, affective gaze. Is that okay? You nodded mechanically and left the kitchen. At the end, Jungkook let out a breath of relief and there was a finally cold light in his eyes and his lips rose up slightly. Very well, this woman finally obeyed. What would he do if his wife didn't listen to him? He loved his wife so much and gave endless tenderness. Even if his wife is so bad at many things, the worst one must be cooking. You sat on the bed, leaning against headboard, looking at your bandaged finger. Your face was hot. What does he mean? Why did he say that? If he doesn't want to eat meal cooked by me, just say it. No matter what, you were just a young girl, and when the man approached with that gentleness, Your heart beat faster without explanation. But when you came to your sense, you knocked your head behind the headboard. You are so tempted. He probably don't like your hard work, but you have to do something to make him straight. Yeah, that's the plan. You sat on the dining opposite side of Jungkook. Since you have no option right now, you decided to directly ask. You looked at him several times, eating neatly. His movements were good looking, not too fast or too slow, it's just that good to look. Noticing your gaze, he looked at you. What's the matter? He raised his brow. You shifted your gaze and he thought of Kim Taeyong. The scene face to face them. You hesitated for a moment. What's the relationship between you and Kim Taeyong? And you immediately regretted it. In agreement, there was rules that you both would not interfere with each other's lives. Sure enough, Jungkook's movement stopped for a moment. Oh, I just asked. You don't have to answer. You bowed down your head to eat, friend. He said. You paused and asked mysteriously again, boyfriend? As soon as you speak, Jungkook coldly raised his eyes. Why and what are you trying to say? Maids are nervous. There are many rumors outside, but they never expected that you will dare to ask so boldly. Nothing. I just saw you during day. You lowered your head to bowl again. Unexpectedly, he didn't get angry and looked at your face for time being. Do you still remember the agreement between us? Yes, I remember. I was just curious. So you can choose not to answer this. You seem careless about it. Whether he have any affairs with men outside, you are still wife and you will get salary for it. Okay, since you try to involve into my case, you will be detention for a week again. Just like that, he didn't vent his anger there. It was sure that he was going to do it. Come to my room tonight. He stood and left the dining coldly. Almost month of wedding, he was placed in bed. Jungkook came out of bathroom and changed his clothes, ready to vent at company. You were wrapped in blanket and sat on the bed, glaring at him and scolded, such a jerk. He stood in front of the mirror, buttoning up his shirt and tied up his tie, and looked at the resentful eyes of the girl behind him from the mirror. He smiled gently. I will take it as a compliment. He finished dressing up. Jungkook put on a suit and took out a watch from drawer, putting on his wrist and walked over to you. Grabbing your chin, planted a kiss on your lips. Well, you can continue to say that. I will ask for it each time you say. You were shocked and shook off his hand that was holding your chin. You already did it as we agreed. You can't touch me other times as our pre-wedding agreement. He looked at the panic in your beautiful face. I don't think so. You immediately stepped back and wrapped tightly yourself in a quilt swallowing hard. This month is completed. Oh, Jungkook straightened his back. Right, but next month I will be waiting. Your heart skipped a beat. I'm going to the company, little girl. By the way, you look good when you sleep with me. At any time in the future, if you are willing to sleep with me, I will definitely dot on you. Making you stunned, he left the room with evil smile. You cursed while taking a shower in the bathroom. You slowly walked out of the bathroom and changed into some comfortable home clothes and dragged yourself downstairs to eat something. Madam, water? Maid brought a glass of water. This was another issue. After spending night with Jungkook, he would ask you to drink water first. Thank you. And all he said was he was doing this for your own good, but you couldn't ignore his ambiguous flirting with the man while asking for you at the same time. You're extremely bullied by him. I won't allow Jungkook to keep male GF. You old man. Mr. Bang, I want to ask something. Did Jungkook bring anyone here to spend night? One, you seized the opportunity. Who? You. You froze for a moment. Master only brought you. No, you roared. I'm talking about men. Men? The two maids looked at each other. Mr. Bang's face was serious. Madam, do you think I'm qualified? I have served the Joan family before. You couldn't defeat it. Forget it. You don't understand what I mean. You wanted to investigate about his confusing life, rumors about Taeyong and his, and you still need to sleep with him next time. Then why should you give up? Madam, although I don't know why you were so focused on Master liking men, but we can confirm one thing for sure. You raised your head curiously. What can you confirm? That Master is definitely interested in women. Why do you say that? You licked your lips. If he isn't interested in women, then he would not want to have baby himself. This was true, and there is no need for him to cater you. So Jungkook must be interested in women. Let's see.